Hi, everybody. It's Jesse Ziegler from Cycle News. That's Ryan Nitzen over there. We just wrapped up our 2023 250 four-stroke motocross shootout.
Kawasaki KX250, pretty much entirely new engine. They really focused on having more bottom to mid. This bike was a really high revving bike, and last year a lot of our riders didn't favor that engine character. So not that they changed it for us, but we'll take a little bit of credit there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
they
us.
really took a lot of interest in reviving that bottom to mid character. A little bit of suspension changes. They changed the fuel injector position and where it shoots through the engine. So that's the big highlight on the Kawasaki. So moving up the list, third place, our first podium, is the Kawasaki KX250. And what's big about this one is it went from sixth place last year in our shootout to third place. So it's the biggest jump of all the bikes in the class, for us at least.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that everybody was, piping on about the Cowie was just the motor improvement.
Yeah.
Just the speed and the ability to ride it fast. And I remember someone saying that, man, that bike's really fast today. Mm-hmm. And we don't normally listen to each other that much on shootout days, but I was like, it is?
Yeah.
Because last year we were like, I mean, it can go fast if you ride it like a maniac and you're like full raging. You ride it
like a 125 and you have to scream it everywhere. And yeah, like you said, we try not to talk to each other, but sometimes
like somebody said the Kawasaki rips and you're like, they must be like just ripping it. And then you ride it and you're like, oh, I totally get what they were talking about.
Or you see someone smile and they're like, put the white coupler in. And you're like, what does that mean? And so that aggressive coupler on the Kawasaki, that just makes that bike come alive and really brings it up to on par with the Yamaha. Really is. A lot of our guys even had this bike a second just because of the engine character. The chassis is still the it's the aluminum frame chassis, like the Honda. So it does have a rigid feel. Late in the day, it did get a little bit rougher, not as rough as the Honda, we'd say. Right. But this bike now, with the new engine updates, that's really what bumped it up on the list.
It bumped it up in the list. I think the things that kept it out of dominating the other two bikes in the list are things like maybe the overall, not quality, but like...
If you owned this bike,
the shine of it wears off really quickly. Yeah. Like the engine guards wear off really quick. It just starts to look old really quick. And people in our test know that. Yeah. And they kind of experience, hey, maybe we know we're getting a better premium.
Yeah. One of our riders has one of these bikes as a personal bike. They have a 21 or a 22, and they noted too, the sprockets and chains kind of wear out a little quicker. That everybody knows that chain guy gets eaten up in the first few hours. So
and you can hear it.
The feel and fit and finish kind of the Cowie.
Of the OEM parts on some of those wear parts, they just wear out quicker.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And you jump into the aftermarket to solve that a little quicker on this bike. So if you got a deal, you got a solid like Team Green KX dealer in your neighborhood, they're going to help you out with all that stuff anyway. But you're going to be pumped that you don't have to get a motor mod. Kudos to Cowie to honestly bring in a really competitive motor with their update.
Be sure, guys, check out. We're gonna have a whole write-up in Cycle News Magazine, a weekly magazine. You're gonna find that at cyclenews.com. All of our social channels, Cycle News. Follow us on YouTube, everything like that.
Yeah, just keep watching cool motorcycle stuff. I don't care where you watch it.
We do care. CycleNews.com. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Later.